Am I live? All right, guys. I haven't been on a Facebook Live in probably, it's been a while. I did one with Bonnie, I guess, Bonadeo last week, but I haven't done one by myself in quite a while. And I wanted to get on here because I have some thoughts running around in my head about our industry, about California, about the current California shutdown, how to proceed, and what our frustrations are. And please, please, if you're listening, please feel free to share your comments, opinions, questions, answers, solutions, whatever you got. Just lay it down there in the comments. I'll try and listen to all of you because I want us all to have a voice. But I have a voice too. And as you know, I kind of have a loud voice, if any of you actually know me. So what I want to say about our California shutdown and how to proceed with this and all that is the working outdoors thing a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is shutting down a good thing or a bad thing? You know what, you guys, we can't think our way out of this. We do not, there are really no good solutions to thinking our way out of our current situation. It kind of just is what it is. But what is really, really, really important is unity. And our industry really, really lacks unity. We lack a common unity, a community where we all can come together in some common ground and agree even to disagree. Okay, because it's like we've got these people over here and these people over here, but you know what, the bottom line is we are hairdressers, we're service providers, we're nail techs, we're estheticians, we're service providers. We have the common ground is we provide services to the community, and we have been trained. Okay, this right here, this is my state board cosmetology license that I've held for 32 years. And you know what? It means nothing right now. Zero, nothing. Because you know what? I can't work. I can't work in my establishment. Okay, my establishment license right here that says I have an establishment means nothing. It means absolutely nothing, because we as an industry, and I'm not talking about manufacturers and distributors, I am talking about service providers, cosmetologists, estheticians, nail techs, barbers, service providers, that we need to advocate for ourselves. We are waiting for somebody to advocate for us. There isn't anyone going to advocate for us because to some degree, they don't really care. And I see a lot of you guys hiding behind social media and, posting your opinions on those backboard Facebook groups that, it's just your opinion, but are you willing to step up and advocate for your industry? Are you willing to step up and advocate for this piece of paper that means absolutely nothing at the very moment? This 32 years I've held this. 32 years in an industry I've worked, and I can't even work. What they give me is they're kicking me outdoors, making me work outside with no water, no electricity. I've got the public health department, OSHA, cities, and the governor's office all breathing down my neck, making rules where state board is supposed to be the one making rules, but apparently they've been rendered powerless. They have apparently no power over our governor's office. So we cannot think our way out of this. We can't think our way out of this. The only way out of this is if we come together, as service providers with some common ground and some unity into a community of people that we're advocating for ourselves. What we sit back and we do is we expect manufacturers and organizations to advocate for us. And then when they don't do what we want, we can sit around and bitch about it, you guys. But we're not advocating for ourselves. So honestly, we have nothing to complain about, because you know what? You cannot hide on Facebook anymore. If you have an opinion, you have to get out there and you have to say what your opinion is, just like what I'm doing here. We have families. We have careers, we have education, and we're just sitting back and taking it in the shorts. It's us. You think the manufacturers are being seriously hurt by this? Well, some are, because they're professional, right? They're professional only, so they are hurt. When we're hurting, they're hurting. Right? But then there's a lot of our manufacturers that they're selling directly to your consumer. They're bypassing you. So why are we expecting them to advocate for us? They're not advocating for us. But we expect them to put money into different organizations to advocate for us. Well, when I am not calling out PBA, but I'm gonna say, Professional Beauty Association, the place that is supposed to advocate for us, those manufacturers are giving the PBA money. So and you're not, hairdressers, service providers are not giving them any money. So who do you think has control over them? It's the people that actually put food on their tables. And if you're not willing to write out a check or make a $50 or $25 donation, then you can't talk. You can't sit on social media and sit behind your computer or your iPhone or your Samsung and shoot off nasty messages on some back Facebook group and tell people how wrong they are, when there are those of us that are really trying to make a difference. We're fighting for you and we want to hear what you have to say. But if you don't support who's really supporting you, then shh. If you can't make a $25, a $50 donation to organizations who actually do support you, if you can't put that money towards that, and if you have an opinion, oh, they did this wrong or they did that wrong, or I don't agree with that, but you don't collectively come together with a solution and find some common ground here, you guys, we're losing the war. This is not about, I'm not in it to win this thing against Governor Newsom. What I'm in it for is to keep playing the game. And what I mean by that is I want to keep playing the game. I want to keep cutting hair for as long as I possibly can. I want to keep this industry together for as long as I possibly can. This is just one battle. Just like AB 1513 was one battle, you know, SB 490 was another battle. AB 5 was another battle. This battle to get our right to work back in the state of California is just another battle. But it all is, the infinite game is that we are all in it to continue to play the game. So how do we continue to play the game if we're not willing to advocate for ourselves, and if we're not willing to stand behind organizations that have proven track records of helping us, not the manufacturers, but us? So by allowing manufacturers to support our organizations, and by us not supporting them, then we're allowing the manufacturers to call the plays. So we have to, as service providers, we have to support the organization that we think is best supporting us. For me, I'm going to tell you, the Professional Beauty Federation of California, and it's not a pitch, because you get to do whatever you want to do, because you know what, right now, today, this is a free country. But for me, I've watched the Professional Beauty Federation of California for several years. And I've watched different things that they have done to advocate. Do I agree with everything? No. But you know what? I got my foot in the door and I started talking to them. And they started to build respect for me. And they started to listen to what I had to say. And so now I have a voice. And I'm here to give you a voice. I'm here to give this industry a voice. But we can't all be screaming a million different opinions. We have to find what is right for us collectively as a whole. At first, the first part of this COVID-19 thing, a lot of people thought, okay, we need to shut down in order to protect our workforce and protect the consumer, and that was the right thing to do. Some people felt like it wasn't the right thing to do. So we had a difference opinion there. So you know what, we sat back and we did our thing, and some people actually worked behind the scenes and some people didn't. But the PBFC came and they filed a lawsuit. They filed a lawsuit against Governor Newsom and our California State Board. Some of you disagree with that. Some of you didn't. But how many of you actually got your foot in the door and told them instead of yelling in a way that is intelligent argument, and it's a conversation, and then you listen to what somebody else has to say, and then they listen to you. That's how communication works. It's not like social media where I just get on some thread and I say blah 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 blah, what's my opinion, and then I jump off and I don't care, because that's how relationships aren't built like that. We are hairdressers. What do we do? We don't really cut hair. We're relationship builders. So why can't we build a relationship amongst ourselves? Why can't we build relationships with everyone else, with our customers, but we can't build a relationship within our community of hairdressers? And we're waiting for manufacturers and distributors and national organizations to advocate for us, because guess what? They're not. So we have to advocate for ourselves. We have to stand up, and this little piece of paper, if we want it to mean something, we have to stand up and collectively come together. And the very best way that so far, unless somebody else shows me something else, the very best way is honestly, the Professional Beauty Federation is the one organization in the state of California that I actually think hears me. And like I said, I don't always agree with every single thing that they do, but that's okay, because is it good for the industry as a whole collectively? Maybe. And I also want to say that for those of you who don't know those people, get to know them, get to know who they are. They are not some big wig, law firms advocating for you. They're just people like me and you. They're real people. And I've known some of them for a few years. So get to know people before you get on social media and just rip on something that you do not understand. Get to know what you're talking about. Join in the fight. Stand up for your license, stand up for your right to work, stand up for what you believe in. Build relationships within the community and come together. I am begging you. I'm begging you so that all of us, all 500,000 service providers and the 50,000 establishments in the state of California can open the door to their establishment, and this establishment license actually means something. So I don't see a lot of comments. I guess there's a lot of people watching. Some people already signed off. Some people, go ahead, put your comments down there if you didn't catch me while I'm on. I just want to say there's really no thinking our way out of this situation. We have to work together. We have to unite to a common ground and create a community of service providers and create relationships within ourselves and not wait for other people to advocate for us. We need to come together and advocate for ourselves. Okay? So I hope this super passionate speech, I don't know what it did for you guys, but I felt like I needed to come on here and say something because I too need a haircut. As you can tell, my hair looks like a Coke bottle chewed on it, I guess. But maybe I won't get a haircut until all service providers aren't back to work, because actually I haven't had a haircut since Christmas time. So thank you guys for watching. Please put down your comments on here. I am planning a webinar with some of the folks from the Professional Beauty Federation so that you guys can get to know who I know. We have yet to plan that. I've got to find a date where we can all come together, but I want you guys to know who I know. And so that the mysteriousness of the PBFC is taken away and you guys can see real people, just like I see real people, and just like I see you as real people. I see every salon owner and service provider as hurting right now. Every single one of you. I don't care how much, everybody in the United States right now, every single service provider and salon owner is hurting. Financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, because we're all exhausted. So please come together, you guys. Please let's stop arguing. Please just let's come together and find some solutions and agree to disagree at times. Okay? I love you guys. And I hope to see you soon. God bless.